So, today we're trying painting. We've got 4 rounds, meaning 4 different things to paint, and we've got a 20-minute time limit on each of them. After the video, you at home will judge who the winners are over on Twitter and on Instagram. As per usual, make sure you subscribe with notifications switched on for any future Quadrant videos. With that being said, let's get into the video.
I'm taking this seriously. So I brought some palette knives because back in the day I used to, that was my medium, was oil paint and palette knifing on the canvas. So I think this will add a certain flair, and these are really quality metal ones. So really gonna set me aside from the rest.
I did some market research, okay? What do people from the UK enjoy? Alcohol. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's genius, Niran. I know it is. The execution, however, may not be that great.
So here we've got the quadrant symbol as the handles. Obviously got the logo, first place, and then I'm going to do something a little bit crazy with the actual trophy. But I'm not going to tell you what just yet. I'm just going to like show you. It's probably going to go terrible, but sometimes you have to take these risks in life, and I think it might pay off.
There's already enough alcohol involved on a podium. You've got the champagne. I don't need to be getting a beer out as well. But it's too late for those sorts of thoughts. Right, timer.
So what I'm doing is just getting the base down, the base coat. Nothing says Britain more than a good pint of Stella, you know? So that's what we've gone for today.
I'm a very big fan of the traditional sort of trophy. I think a lot of them these days are a bit too sponsor heavy, you could say. So I'm going to go back to traditional roots with mine. I don't even know what brush to start with. They gave me about 50 brushes. What am I going for?
I'm scared because as soon as I put paint on, there's no going back.
I've also realised this isn't even going to fill the full canvas, so I'm going to have to do something extravagant with the bottom of this trophy that I wasn't really expecting.
So of course on this, you could put the name of the GP and a plaque, whatever. 2021 Silverstone winner, Lando Norris, hopefully, of course.
I didn't stop timer. I'm good.
I'm gonna go for a whole new paintbrush because we need some major white, and I've just realised, you know, for 4 paintings I have maybe overused the thing here. But you know what, we're gonna just firm it. We're just gonna have to firm that decision that we've made.
This probably isn't gonna work at all, but in my head, this is a good idea.
Let's go for a sort of goldish colour. I can already tell this is going to be awful. My main thought at this point is to move the camera about 1,000,000 miles that way so you can't actually see what I'm doing.
I've got 12 minutes! 12 minutes! I can relax. You know what, I'm going to go into some more finer detailing. I'm going to wash this brush, and as we do, I'm now going to go in with the red for the very important Stella Artois logo. Like I said, other beers are available, but if we are thinking about a British Grand Prix trophy, Stella Artois, nothing says British more tn Stella Artois.
Order Zephyr, yeah? For it to glitch, this is going to turn out so bad. Stay. Please. No. Dear Lord.
A bit of red mixed in with the orange, that's fine. Don't be afraid to change colours midway through a painting. You know, sort of grow into the painting you're painting rather than let it paint you.
So I actually forgot to get a toothbrush, so I'm having to use my own. Okay, when she did it, it looked so much. Stay! Please, Lord. Don't do this.
Just finish off the arms. They're not symmetrical, which is a bit annoying, but that's me doing painting. You can't expect perfection.
It also needs some handles, really. You can't just get Lewis Hamilton arriving on the scene. He's just won his 17th British Grand Prix and he just picks up a pint that Steve from down the road gives him. Like, it needs some actual handles here as well, really and truly.
This has really come together. This is really quite marvellous. I think that's beautiful. That is actually banging. That is banging. But you know what? A trophy needs handles, so I'm gonna now change tack. We're gonna go away from the reference photo.
I mean, look, it's different.
For my first painting in 15 or more years, I think. No, it's rubbish. It is rubbish.
Oh, that is actually banging. I can't even lie. That is banging. Now how much time? Oh no! Is that paint on my phone?
Some would say I'm just using this as a distraction from the fact that I can't go to a pub anymore. Though some people would be correct. Maybe this is a cry for help.
I think we can get maybe a little bit jazzy with the background. Just add something. I have got 4 minutes left. And it's almost like the more I do to it, the worse I make it. So it's probably best if I just stop.
It's gonna have to do, as bad as it is.
Get a big chunk of the paint on the palette knife, yeah? And then what we're gonna do is, well, I'm gonna do a bit of a sky thing going on here, right? Just a bit of a...
I'm still unsure what to do with the base, can't lie. I've got 1 minute and 42, so whatever I do is gonna have to be done quickly here. You won. That is what we have at the bottom of this trophy. Am I wrong?
You see how that's coming together very nicely. You can hear, look, listen to that sound. There we go, right, and time's up. That's our first painting done. I think, really, that's a trophy for the nation.
Oh, voila! I think that's banging. I'm actually happy with that.
The time has officially run out. The British Grand Prix trophy is done. If anyone who organises that event is watching, then you're welcome. I've created a masterpiece for you.
Painting number 2, my race helmet. The actual helmet I use is white, so, well, there it is. I've done it.
Now this is the kind of the one out of the 4 that I'm kind of bodge jobbing along the way. Like I have a vague idea of what I'm going to go for, but it's not really set in stone.
If you are a viewer of my channel, you'll know I like to make custom helmets for the F1 game, and I always like to write my name on the side of it.
I came up with this one. Some of you guys might recognise it. So I'm just actually going to repaint this one because I feel like it's quite simple. Apart from him obviously in the car, that is going to be the hardest part, but apart from that, like, it should be pretty easy.
I suppose we can just draw the visor first, because that's like quite an easy block of the helmet to get done. I know this isn't the proper way to do it. I'm just going to draw the outline of everything and then paint inside, which isn't really how you do it, but that's how I have to do it because I'm that bad.
Most of my helmet design is white on this design I've gone for, so I can just leave it as blank canvas. Now it's not ideal, you don't want to be really doing that because blank canvas you can see the canvas texture rather than just paint, but you got to work with what you got.
I think I'm going to go back to my roots with this one and do somewhat of a Nigerian design. I'm going to basically do different shades of green into like a white center with perhaps the Quadrant logo there. That's the early signs.
Okay, it looks more like a gladiator helmet from 2000 BC, but we'll go with it, right? I've always been a fan of the 90s designs, the likes of Mika Hakkinen, legends like him. So we're going to go with something along those sorts of lines. They often go with hoops, so go with a hoop at the top, then a white hoop, and then probably red.
I could probably like mix colours to make things lighter in that, but no.
Okay, this looks sick.
There's so many Quadrant fans out there that are so talented with their art. You need to teach me. Neron's going to draw George Russell's face all over the helmet.
Also, some of you may have been expecting me to do a George Russell helmet. I understand I may have let you down in that regard. But there's only so many things that I can put George Russell's face onto before he actually gets a restraining order on me.
So you can see the Captain America star going on, and I think I may have just got some paint on my phone, and now I'm internally crying.
I keep getting paint on my phone. I'm going to be such sugar. I might just do like a literal stick man in the car. That's kind of good. I like that. Now I just need to make the car better because I don't know what the hell that is.
Get a very fine brush and put my name on. You've always got to have your name on the helmet. I suppose add another sponsor. The main sponsor being Quadrant, obviously. It'd be stupid to have anything else. But now I can't really access it without smudging it. That's the really hard bit now.
We're going to go with another brush. Now this is a very pro technique of holding a second brush in your hand whilst you have another brush. Don't try this at home.
Maybe if I go back over the yellow, it might just make it look a little bit better. I feel like the rest looked really good. I've just ruined it with the sun. That's actually a real creepy smile. Oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime I did, anytime I had to talk about my art at A level, it was a lot of waffle. There's a lot of waffle involved, as you can clearly see by the entire time you've seen clips of me. It's just waffle.
You know what? We're gonna leave it there, like that. The shape is completely wrong, but the basic design is there. And I think if it were to be made into a real thing, I think it could look all right.
And with that on the ground, very nicely, we're pretty much, a little bit there, and we're all done. So that is, I think we've done very well there. I'm happy with that.
I'm actually really impressed with that. It came to real life. Well, not quite. Hopefully it will actually come to real life soon and Lando will use it, but this will have to do for now.
I mean, listen, I'm not wholly, completely in pain looking at it like the first one.
I've been tasked with painting Niren himself. So what I've gone for, this is the drawing again, not cheating, just prepping the canvas. This is the photo I've gone for here. Now, I've gone for this one because it's the most clapped on I can find of him.
Ria, obviously you are watching. I am so sorry. I really sincerely apologise for what you're about to see.
I have got the wonderful Steve. Lucky Steve, because he's about to have an amazing picture drew of him. And I've actually got this really beautiful photo of him. This is what I'm going to draw.
I never thought I'd have to be doing this Google search, but I'm looking for a picture of Aarava for inspiration. I'm going to draw him without the glasses, because that just makes things harder.
I just feel like I'm going to absolutely smash this out of that.
I can't get the exact mustard orange, that gopping sweater he's got on. So instead, we're going to go for this clapped orange. I mean, look at that. Some nice texture going on there.
Please forgive me. This is the outline that we have so far, which, although resembles a person, doesn't particularly resemble Ria.
It was going so well. What's happened to it then? No.
I'll start with the outside. Start with like the chin and the facial hair that's going around there. That'll provide the foundation for the rest of this masterpiece.
Right, this is the difficult part now. I am going to go for the palette knife for the hair. Gonna hold the canvas upside down, in fact, and try and get that textured hair that we know he has around here. And you can really see that texturing working well.
I've actually got so many different colours in Steve's hair right now. And you know what, I'm not even going to correct it. I feel like you might not be able to notice you, but there's like a purpley blue tint to it. I quite like it.
We're basically halfway there already. No, we're really not.
I'm going to start with her eyebrows. I know what you're thinking, and that's a very odd place to start with a portrait of someone. But we do things differently around here, all right?
Wafer thin moustache going on there. Lovely. That's just as thin as it gets, really. Just a little bit there, and then like so. Right, we'll leave that like that. Right, eyes. Let's go eyes.
All I can do is just apologise, Steve. I'm really sorry.
All I can say is, at least it resembles a human.
He's missing half his eye.
It's beginning to look a lot more like an anime character than an actual person, but didn't say it had to be realistic.
You know what? I think that's actually looking a bit of a banger. That is bit of a bit of a banger.
I don't think I've ever seen a photo of Steve wearing sunglasses, so he's going to be so confused when he sees it.
Lovely.
I've just realised Aarava had to draw me. God knows how he managed to get a skin tone for me out of the paints that we have. I am drawing Ria as a Simpson right now, and Ria, again, it's abstract. Please don't take anything you see in this drawing personally.
Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. That looks sick.
Right, Let's add some actual eyes. Again, he has some eyes, so it might be an idea to add them. I'm going to give him some really red lips. He does love his makeup and his lipstick, I'm sure. Oh god.
He's going to be so confused when he's got sunglasses on. Right. Just finish his top and then we're done. Love it.
Are you ready? Because this is the important part, okay? This is the important part because we need to go. Oh, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
I'm not going to get a chance to draw the background, which I thought was going to be really funny. It was from the meme of that girl who's like in front of that house that's burning down. Someone can get a picture on the screen. And I was going to draw that in the background, but I completely ran out of time. So that's not going to happen, I'm afraid.
I just need to slap that on, to be honest. Right, here we go. Yeah, cover that up. It's a little bit ready, but you know what? Maybe he's bleeding.
You know what? It probably looks more like Niren. I've gone for Aarava and I've actually ended up drawing Niren. There you go.
Steve, if you want this to hang up in your house, I'll send it to you. He's a bit sunburned.
I'm going to have to paint an outline of the coat because it's white and black anyway, so I've run out of time. But your boy, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it could have gone better. It was genuinely, I mean, forget about the complexion. The complexion is obviously wrong. The drawing was at least semi-respectable as a body of work, and then the paint came along, and it's oh, it's the eyes. The eyes are actually physically. I don't understand how people draw things so finely.
And with the final few touches of the palette knife, before 20 seconds even ends, we are done. And I think that is actually really, really great. That's a lot better than I thought was going to come out. This is the painting of a Formula 1 scene. Today, I'm painting this. As you can see, yet again, I have not cheated. I prepared my canvas, as any artist does. It's a little bit wonky. The scaling's off. I haven't either, you know, I've not painted or drawn in like 7 years properly. So Lando's head is a bit, you know, wide boy, but it's almost like I put that TikTok wide meme on him for the painting.
Like any scene with a car would be really, really tricky, I think. So I've gone back to my favourite thing of drawing people. I'm going to paint Lando getting his first podium back in Austria. So it's basically the scene where he's holding up a trophy and holding up a bottle of champagne in the other hand. Let's give it a go.
It's Picasso win at Monza. To be fair, there's a lot of white in this, which I feel like made it quite easy for myself.
I've decided that I'm going to go for one of my favourite F1 moments of all time. Not because I dislike the man at all. I think he's obviously very good racing driver. But whenever I see the picture, it makes me freeze. So that's Fernando Alonso, Brazil 2012, just staring into the abyss after realising he's lost the championship to Vettel, despite him being backwards on lap 1. I wonder what was actually going through Fernando Alonso's mind in this moment. Because he genuinely looks as if he's lost his soul.
I pretty much can like draw the whole of him, I think, because I can't really see much of his face.
But you know what? I'm gonna go a bit abstract with this painting. You know, I'm gonna maybe go a little bit bushier, give it a bit of character. No one likes a boring painting. All right, you need a bit of character in your life.
Let's get the proportions right. Should we do it like this? Yeah, probably better landscape. It's probably too wide already. Oh well.
Quite a few smudges. It's quite a basic sketch, I'm not gonna lie. This isn't as well, I mean, even the last one wasn't that great, to be honest with you.
Oh, this is a tricky part now. So, McLaren orange. We need to mix yellow and red. Come on. Oh my god, no, that is not McLaren orange. That's not papaya. We're just gonna have to pretend it is. We're gonna have to just go for it. Just send it. You got to deal with what, you know what, I'm going to blame the producer. I'm going to blame the paints we've got. You know, we needed more of a colour range. You know, an artiste can't work with such a limited palette in his life.
We saved it. There was actually so much to pick from, to be honest, because so much happened in the 2020 season. But to me, this was one of my favourites. I was thinking about doing Lando's on the podium, but I have a feeling one of them will be doing that one.
I wonder if Fernando Alonso knows just how iconic this picture is. Surely he does. There has to be some element of like self-awareness, I guess. You know, when you look at like Lando knows about every single meme there is of him, which says a lot because there's many.
I don't know how complex I can get with this, because the harder I try to make it look more detailed, the worse I'll make it. So, you know what? We'll just go with a block colour. Funnily enough, he's holding a trophy of the Red Bull ring. I'll try not to make it look like a whale.
This painting looks shocking. This actually looks shocking. This is not my finest work. Oh God. Oh no. Right, this is becoming a bit of a howler, I can't lie. I've also realised that I painted too much blue here. Where's his underside of his, where's his armpit area gone? Oh no.
Okay. I mean, not too bad, not too bad.
I'm not gonna lie. I said I was proud of the Ria one, and then it went to absolute shite. But I feel like I've done the hardest part of this one already, so I feel like I can get away with saying it. But I actually kind of low-key rate this one.
His fingers are a bit, I'll admit, a bit choppy. His fingers are, but you know, it happens. It happens.
All right, we'll go with that. Not perfect, but he's wearing a mask and a cap. That does make things a lot easier. That's not the right orange, but it's the closest I've got. It's more like red. I might use my bypass technique. Forget about the face, just go draw the cap.
This race is notoriously known for having loads of rain in it. I'm gonna draw a beautiful blue sky behind him.
Okay, what else can I do? Realistically, how can I make this better? Because right now, a 5-year-old could have painted this.
So he's holding a bottle of champagne in his other arm, so he can bust out the green. Haven't used green yet in any of my paintings.
25 seconds. 25 seconds. Okay, quickly. And that is time. And that is so bad. From what I thought I could do with this one, that is so bad.
Abstract, ladies and gentlemen. It's abstract. We don't care. The time is over. I didn't get a chance to paint the visor, but I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what colour I'd have chosen for it. But that is the Fernando Alonso one done. I actually feel like it's semi-acceptable.
That looks so cool! Love it! So here we have Pierre Gasly winning his first F1 race. And here he is. I'm trying to hold it so you can see it. I mean, the painting I think turned out actually better than what I was expecting. I thought this was going to be hard because it was quite diddly. But the only thing is I feel like his forehead has swollen up quite a bit. Maybe because his mask looks like it's a bit tight, doesn't it? But yeah. Apart from that, if we ignore his like swollen forehead, it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna go with that. My time's out. My time is up. My end product, Lando lifting up his trophy. It's rubbish, but you can tell what it is, so I don't know. It could be worse, but not much worse, to be fair.
I feel like we've done the art world a disservice.
So what you're saying is none of these are going to end up in the Tate Modern or something like that.
To be fair, one of mine has a slight possibility of getting in the Louvre, but other than that, I haven't really
Replacing the Mona Lisa, yeah?
Yeah, don't need that.
British Grand Prix replacement trophy. I took inspiration from, you know, what do I think when we think Britain? You know, I think many things.
Oh no.
But the main thing I think about is a pint of Stella. So I painted a trophy that is also doubling up as a glass of Stella.
I love that. That is sick.
Drink straight out of it as well.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Initially it was just a pint, and then last minute I had actually 5 minutes spare time, so I thought I should give it some handles probably.
There's a slight issue here in the sense that I also
No way.
took very good inspiration from the British culture.
Oh, well, both alcoholics.
It's not stellar, in fairness. It is just a generic pint. It's very heartfelt and it's got a really nice message on the base of the trophy that's very inspiring as well. There it is. There we go. There it is. So,
You couldn't even spell you with the
They couldn't
Y-O.
even put the full word.
No. I think it gives it more character.
I mean, it stands out, doesn't it, from all the others?
Oh, exactly.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Okay, so for mine, I wanted a sort of a traditional trophy design.
Yeah, golden. I was
What?
thinking golden.
Yeah. I rate that.
Old school gold trophy.
Wow.
Hopefully made out of actual gold as well.
Yes, pure
24 carat.
solid gold.
So heavy they can't even lift it.
That is really impressive. I really don't want to go next, you know.
Well, you've got to.
I need to explain.
I say you just dash it in, no context.
What?
What in the world?
Okay,
Is
but I'm
it
just
very well-
going to go through it, okay? So, obviously
Okay,
the
you
handles,
explain.
quadrants, that was a good idea. And then, obviously, I got the F1 logo, but it went real wrong, so we're just going to ignore that. And then I thought I'd go a bit different. I wanted to do something fun, like, and I was trying to, like, splatter paint onto, like, it. So I thought black could be a good background, and it just went terrible.
What's with
Crucial.
all the dollops of paint
Yeah,
everywhere?
the
What's going on
sprinkles.
there?
In my head, you know when you see them paintings where, like, they, like, throw paint at it? And I thought, in my head, I was like, this is going to be sick. And then when I was doing it, it just wasn't.
Race helmet. This one, I think, compared to... Well, I don't know about Steve. Steve might have one, but compared to maybe Niran and Maria, I have a custom helmet that I use on the F1 game. So that is my race helmet that viewers will know that I use every game.
Really good.
Oi, yeah, that's sick.
What
To be fair.
the f***?
It's got the Captain America shield on the top. That's meant to be Iron Man in the background. On the back, it's a little bit debatable. And then, of course, my name on the side.
I think that is amazing. However,
That's
I just want to
sick.
say, I think it's really unfair. You did art, so I think you should actually be disqualified.
What?
Yeah, I actually
agree.
agree with that.
100% agree.
Points deduction.
Yeah. Okay. So 7 years ago, I made the mistake of doing art.
This was one that I went into not really knowing what I was going to do. But on the fly, decided to take inspiration from the homeland. The Niger Massive.
Did you run out of time?
How
Hey,
did he
what's
run out
my
of time there? Like, did absolutely nothing.
What do you mean? Listen, there's
Wow.
it's only meant to be green and white. There's not meant
be
to be
fair,
other things going
I
on.
like the little. I see what you're going for with the patterning with the dark green on the lighter green.
Yeah, the dark. Yeah,
That's
the
actually-
problem is it's just started to blend a bit. That was
No,
the
but
issue.
it's good in a way because it reminds me of the Nigeria football kit from the World Cup.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I was going for.
It's okay. I like it. But unfortunately, when
I'll
you have
take
it
that.
underneath Arabs, it doesn't quite.
Listen, I've got a tough gig.
got a tough
Going up
gig.
after Arab each time.
Right. Yeah, I went for an old school design. I kind of like this 90s designs.
Oh, 90s. Yeah, like that. Rate that.
So
Oh, decent.
I have like it's a weird shape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a
Like a-
shape.
Yeah,
It's
this
like
is an odd shape of head.
This is,
that is what
it's
I will
like-
say.
It's a
here.
bit of a Tic Tac head.
It's like a character from Among Us.
Yeah,
actually
I hear that. I hear that.
It's not as complex as Aarava, but I did the best I could.
So,
Oh, look at that. Wow.
obviously, I stuck with my old helmet.
Ah,
because
yes.
It just went down so well before, so I thought, why not bring it as a painting? The shape is a lot better than Steve's one.
Okay, she's going on the attack.
Wow,
here.
this,
On the
There's
offensive.
a lot more colour than Nero.
wow, okay, all right, I see.
Go
how
on,
it is.
do me. What was it got against mine?
Anyway, moving on. Right.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty decent.
The third one. So this was the painting
Oh, no.
a member of each
Oh.
member of the group.
I'll go first, okay? I had to paint Aarava, but I think
Oh, wow.
I painted Niran.
You may well have done.
There is
Yeah.
a clap trim there, so I understand where you're coming from.
If you're painting Niran, this is actually a really good attempt.
It's a good Niran. It's a horrible Aarava.
Right, I'm gonna go next, and lads, honestly, oh god, it's such a travesty. Ria, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you were painting Ria.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you.
Oh!
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's the picture where you're like, where the meme one that you posted
meme
on
one.
Twitter.
Do you know what? I think that's quite good. However, I feel like I've got uneven eyes.
I genuinely, because I was talking it through, I felt like it was actually going okay-ish, like moderately acceptably until I got to the eyes.
I was
But,
expecting
yeah.
worse. My eyebrows look on fleek.
This is the one that's going to replace the Mona Lisa, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got Steve.
Oh no. Here we go.
Wait, hang on a minute. No one's believing this.
Nobody's falling for this, I'm
What
afraid,
do you
Maria.
mean?
I'm bracing myself right now.
Oh!
Oi!
Hello, viewers.
He looks so cool with his sunshades.
Do you know what? I have a story about the sunglasses. Okay, so they wasn't supposed to be there, but.
Yeah.
Because you're a little bit pinky as your colour, the eyes didn't go to plan and I gave you pink eye. So I was like, I'm going to give you sunglasses to cover it, and it worked out even better.
He does look like a cool Donny.
That is outrageous.
He looks like a cool Donny.
He does.
And Steve is
Hello,
a cool Donny.
viewers.
Profile picture material.
Right,
Pressure's
let
on,
me
bro.
show you the
This is big.
reference photo, okay? Because the reference photo is very important. So I was painting Niren, of course, and I thought we had to do him dirty here. Okay, so the reference photo was one of the most clapped photos I could find of Niren. This is before Niren realised that the way to go for his hairstyle was brushing it forwards.
Oh, no,
And
no,
this is
no,
an
no,
edit that
no.
one of our mates did on a night out whilst we were waiting to go into the
Oh,
club.
I know what picture this is.
This is the
Oh.
reference. That's the photo I'm painting.
Someone give me a triangular hairline.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my days.
Look at the shading.
How'd you do that in 20 minutes? I don't
Your
understand.
neck is a bit red on there. Now that...
Right, who's been beating up Niran now?
Now that's because when I was painting the triangle, I got a bit overexcited and flicked my paintbrush at the canvas and it got on the neck. So I had to kind of paint over it and try and salvage that a bit.
That's okay. It was just a shaving accident.
The last one then. This was the scene from a Formula 1 race. I don't know what happened with this one. I don't know where my talent went for this one, because a 5-year-old could have done this. I'm really embarrassed. This was Lando pouring champagne over himself at Austria.
Jeez.
Oh, get over yourself.
I
That
mean,
is
that-
so good.
yeah.
No, this is
that's-
what
I
are you
mean,
on about?
this
This is
is
rubbish. The
I
three.
knew someone was going to do this, so I didn't do that. I knew someone was going to.
When I drew it, I drew Lando a bit too fat. So I had to kind of paint over that with background. And then also his face is a bit
Right.
too long.
Yeah, I see that.
I hear that. Yeah, the dimensions are a bit mad.
Whatever you think of that one, this one's about 10 times worse. So here's mine.
Oh
Wow.
my!
Wow.
Vibe.
Wow.
Now, with the skin colour, I made him part of the Simpsons.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like you said, there was
yeah.
no actual skin-coloured paint.
And obviously you know how to draw that because you
I
did that in
know.
the first ever
It looks
video.
like
It looks like a whale.
He's got the face mask on, right?
That's the face mask, yes.
Yeah, because at first
Yeah,
I
that-
thought
that
that
is-
was
is-
like
that was
that was your attempt at his mouth being wide open.
Oh my god, that's scary.
This is Pierre Gasly.
Pierre Gasly.
Pierre Gasly, Monza.
It's in a like nice little pop art cartoony style. That's an actual banger, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rate the style
Yeah.
of this
Yeah.
as well.
And the flag, the
It's
way you've done
sick.
the flag as well, nice rough edges. It gives it a nice little,
Yeah.
artsy vibe.
Thank you. This is the one I was worried about the most, and somehow it came out the best. I was just like,
It's really good.
let's go.
He has a bit of a bump
It's-
on the back of his head, and also his
And the
forehead
front.
seems to be coming further than his nose.
Winning an F1 race is quite stressful on your body and your
Yes.
head, you know?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It just expanded during the race.
Yeah.
It
Just
took his
expands
helmet
like
off. The grand finale. So, you guys have kind of gone for like celebratory scenes. I've kind of gone for a different vibe with mine in terms of an F1 moment. This is more of a, in terms of the person who's involved in this moment, they weren't necessarily enjoying it quite as much as Gasly and Lando were specifically. I have gone for a banger of a 2012 moment, taking it all the way back.
Oh!
That is really good.
You've really captured the disappointment in his eyes.
His eyes are kind of creeping me out.
They're vacant.
Yeah, vacant,
exactly,
that
that's-
great word. Vacant, yes.
You've
Not there.
truly captured the despair of being in the shadow realm.
Yeah, exactly.
That is,
Quite, yeah.
that is it. That's the one.
Overall, I think we've done quite well.
There's some clapped ones. I'll be honest, mostly mine. However, yeah, no, to say that for we've not drawn or painted for a long time, I think we've done okay-ish, sort of.
It's all going to be down to you guys at home to judge who you think has won this challenge. So go over to the Quadrant socials on Twitter and Instagram, I believe, and there'll be some polls, and you can vote on who you think did the best in these painting challenges. So go over there, get involved, and you can have your say.